Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here at my channel, we do fun recaps, reviews, and discussions of some of our favorite shows. This video, we are talking all things Love and Marriage DC. This is this is season 1, episode 6, Emotional Overload. Before we get into what we're about to get into, please click that subscribe button. Click that thumbs up button if you like the video, share if you like the video, and comment. Love to read y'all's comments. I apologize for the video being late. Like I said, I was very much under the weather over the weekend. Just getting back to normal today. So I'm trying to crank out all these videos. I thought I would have all the videos done today, but some other things came up that I got planned for this weekend coming up, so I had to deal with that. So anyway, let's just get into this review. So I believe the episode, and I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, y'all, so I might be getting a bunch of notifications right now because I'm planning like 2 different events right now with friends. So anyway, I apologize. So the episode opens up with DJ Quicksilver and Ashley Silver down to the doctor's office because, you know, DJ Quick just refused to take care of himself, right? So he's having some issues in his hands, like he got carpal tunnel or something, I don't know. So Ashley's sitting there looking irritated as ever, like, see, I done told you. She looking like she's through. So anyway, Quick was, you know, having some issues with his hands. The doctor said it didn't look like it was too bad, but it could get worse if he doesn't deal with it. She said, you know, she sees a little swelling and things, could be some arthritis setting in and things like that. She said that, you know, if it gets worse, he could eventually lose his ability to DJ, lose his ability to work. So she wants him to wear I think like some kind of brace or stent on his arm, on his wrist, for about 4 to 6 weeks. So he was like, over a month. And then she was like, yeah. And then he was like, well, do I have to wear it while I'm working? And she was like, Ashley was like, well, he could take it off the DJ, right? And she was like, no, I prefer you to wear it more times than not. Thank you. My air was kicking on because I was getting hot. So anyway, so she wants him to wear it that often. And she was saying, like, you know, he could also develop gout in that hand, in the joints or something like that too, which I didn't know. I thought that was like a foot thing, or, you know, I didn't know everything about gout. I believe my grandma had issues with gout before too. So anyway, Quick just needs to be careful and take care of himself. You know, they say alcohol. The doctor did say alcohol is a big contributor to that, so he needs to slow down on alcohol, slow down his lifestyle. And take it easy. So she said, you know, he needs to really take this serious. He said he's not really trying to wear it. In the confessional, he said he's not about to wear it. Ashley was like, I already know he's not about to wear it. He don't believe, you know, in nothing I say. He don't believe the doctor says, just whatever Quick say. And so then when the doctor left the office, DJ Quick was like, so I gotta not work out, not leave the house, not work, not do anything, not party, not club, not drink no alcohol, not grind, not hustle, just sit at home, get fat, and do nothing, and then I'll be okay. And then Ashley's like, that's not what she said. And I'm like, whoa, slow down, Quick. Like, the doctor did not say none of that. Like, he went from like 0 to 100. He has very, they call that like extreme black and white thinking. And that's, I think, where a lot of we're learning from this episode, a lot of his issues and things come in that's causing that. And it's like, she didn't say none of that. She only said wear the brace for 4 to 6 weeks and start there. But it's crazy how in our minds, like, I think we've all been in that position that DJ Quick is in. Maybe not even for medical things, but for other things. Like, someone's just telling you to do this one thing, this one change, but you're having issues getting over that hurdle, and you hear all this other stuff you got to do, and it overwhelms you. And it's like, no, they only told you to do this one little thing. And so it's like, dang, I was like, dang, he heard all that in his mind. Like, that's not even what she said. So it's just crazy how he blew it up in his mind, but that's how we do sometimes, right? So then anyway, moving on along, we see Brittany meet up with Irena. So Brittany is, you know, Irena's daughter, her oldest child. They meet up at the bar, and they're talking about Jamie. They just basically venting about Jamie, how he was getting angry at Irena that night at the club when he yelled at her outside the club. And so I guess Jamie went back in the club complaining to Brittany. I'm guessing Brittany was there saying, you need to get your mama, and she doing this and that and that. And she was like, he telling me like I'm in charge of you, like I could do something. And then she was like, yeah, like see how he do. And then Brittany said, she's been seeing their whole 26-year marriage, and they had the ups and downs, and basically how she talked to Jamie when she had him come over to pretend to fix that nightstand, and how he couldn't fix the nightstand. And so and talked to him about the whole conversation with Jason. And then at the end of the conversation, he still was like saying, well, they need to do X, Y, and Z, and how so basically Irena and Brittany were talking about how Jamie doesn't listen, and how he's the one that needs to change, but he thinks everybody else needs to change, and how he wants everybody to do everything his way, and this way, and this way, and he don't want to listen to nobody. Okay, so they sick and tired of Jamie and his foolishness. So anyway, and I do think Jamie means the best for his family. He just doesn't know how to let people live, I think, and do their own thing and just relax about it. So anyway, moving on. Then we see the Silvas, I believe. We see the Silvas having a dinner. They're hosting the Samuels. And so they don't have all the fancy plate. They said they ain't got no chef. They serving their stuff in red solo cups. They say ain't gonna be no waitresses and waiters handing you glasses of water and all that. They ordered takeout. They didn't have no chef. Okay. Monique and Chris getting their own vegan takeout because Monique doesn't try to eat no meat. I'm like, dang. Is that like if you go to somebody else's house, could you just eat whatever they providing? But some people be real picky about their diets. I get it. So they did have a vegan takeout option for them. And so the Silvas was like, we ain't got no pate over here. It's not fancy over here. Quick said, this is the fun house. They ain't doing all that over here. So they did eat in a nice dining room though. And so Monique was like, yeah, I wanted to come over and, see you guys' house. And she's like, yeah, I feel like I owe you an apology and Winter an apology because, I didn't mean for things to go like that. And so then Ashley and Quick are like, dang, in a confessional, they didn't really expect this at dinner. They just was trying to have a good fun time. They was not trying to have Monique bring all this Winter mess up again. They're not really here for it. So then the production is so shady. So they kept showing Monique going on. And then, Winter said this. And then Ashley said that. And then this and that. And then this and that. And then Ashley and DJ Quicksilver's just sitting there looking like, girl. Like, get on with it. And so, and Monique was like, because I would never try to do that. I she's like, I unintentionally mess things up. I'm not a messy person. And Chris over there co-signing, yeah, because Monique, she ain't messy like that. I'm like, oh my God. So then DJ Quick was like, the thing is like, she's talking about the marriage and talking about us, and that's the thing, and we don't do mess, so we don't understand where it's coming from. And Chris and Monique are like, yeah, Winter don't do mess either. She's not like that, so we don't understand. And she said you was aggressive, Ashley. And Ashley was like, yeah, and I know. She said, I can't. And I told her I can be aggressive at times. And so basically, like I said, Winter didn't relay the original information to Monique correctly. And then Monique didn't relay it correctly. It's just a bad game of telephone gone wrong, okay? So anyway, but I feel like Winter was talking to Monique like in the big bad attitude. So then Monique took that same attitude to the girls. Like, oh, well, Winter said y'all was doing XYZ, ganging up on her. But no, Winter wanted to clap back because Winter wants to get Ashley back. That's what it is, okay? And we might get more into that later. So anyway, so then Ashley was just like, she don't got time for that. She ain't got time to be dealing with Winter and her foolishness and all that. And so DJ Quick don't got the time for it either. And so hopefully everyone, Monique asked, would Ashley come if she got her and Winter together? Ashley said she would come. So they're going to try to fix it, okay? Then moving on along the other side of town, Winter on the other side of her head. She is saying, you wouldn't believe the kind of day she does, her day-to-day, how she gets it all done. I'm like, girl, what do you do? Because apparently it ain't being a marriage expert. So they show her, getting her shoes together, her Louis Vuitton bag, or whatever bag she had. And she's getting ready to go to LA for a few days, she said. She'll be there for 5 days. She called her kids in there. She has 4 kids by the first husband, an NFL player, not the scammer. So she called the 2 kids in there, Kayla, and I can't think of the other kid's name, the boy's name. And so she was talking to them, telling them she's gonna be gone a few days. They're like, you're taking us with you? And she's like, I'm just be gone 5 days. Y'all ain't going. But their dad is going to fly in, I guess, and take care of them. I don't know where the other 2 kids were, but I'm assuming those 2 are the oldest, so she telling them. So anyway, then she said, she brings up the whole thing with Kevin, and she's like, we've been through, and hopefully he signs the papers and we're getting over that situation. And so Kayla was like clapping like, yes, mom. So then Winter was like, okay, and what is that about? And so then Kayla was like, cause mom, like he was manipulating you from jump, like he was really love bombing you. And the brother was like, yeah, he was doing the most. Like we could see it from the beginning. Like he was just giving you everything you wanted. He was love bombing you. He was manipulating you to get you. And so I'm like, Winter. Even the kids saw it, girl, but you didn't see it. But the kids saw it. I'm like, girl, your daughter more of an expert than you. And so the daughter was like, yeah, mom, like, you deserve better than that. And she's like, but it's not your fault. And so Winter was crying because she was like, she feels good that even the kids are saying, it's not your fault. But it is your fault, Winter. But like, that's good. Your kids are giving you grace, girl. They're, accepting you for human. But we not that nice over here at the Brandy Vaughn channel. I do accept you for human, girl. We all fall for okie doke sometime. But you didn't go to that man's house. So I don't know how you didn't see it. Like, this whole victim blaming thing. Yeah, girl, we are victim blaming you. We're blaming you, okay? You call yourself victim, whatever you want to call it, but we're blaming you because you, in the words of Yanni, I would hit my table right now if I didn't care that I would break it, right? That you would go to a man's house, okay? And you would, date and marry a man and not know where he lived, not have been to his house, not go to his house. She ain't even went to the house. So you didn't know he lived in the mama basement? Like, girl. And then it comes out he was love bombing you and doing all this manipulative stuff, like, but you the relationship expert and you didn't see through all that. So, like, yeah, we're side-eyeing you. We're side-eyeing you. And this was not your first time around the rodeo, not your first time around the block. Like, no, this was your second marriage too? No. But maybe she was going through something after that first marriage. I don't know. I just want her, just hopefully you learn something, you move smarter, but stop saying people victim blaming you because we are blaming you, okay? Just stop it. So anyway, but the kids, they were on. The kids be knowing. The kids had that intuition. I like her kids. Her kids are very beautiful. They're very smart. They all had a little group family hug at the end. They love and support their mom, and so that was a beautiful moment. All right, so then let's see. Moving on across town, we see, I believe we see Winter and Monique and Ashley meet up. Okay, so yeah, we talking about Winter. Let's just stay on Winter, right? So then Winter and Ashley and Monique go to meet up. And they, want to settle their whole differences. And Winter lets Ashley know she wouldn't want to tear a woman down and all that. They was arguing a little bit, but they did agree to disagree. Winter had on that same white outfit she have on every scene, every meetup with the girls, every confessional look, that same white outfit. And I was looking at Winter in that scene, y'all. She need to always keep hair on that side of her head because she looks really weird and like something too skinny in the neck and cryptic looking in the eyes. Her eyes looked really like bugged out to me in this scene or something. I don't know. She just looks weird to me. Like, I don't know if it's the half a shade of head. She need to, like in a confessional look, she don't look bad when she had a hair on the other side. But that half a shade of head look is not looking. It's not working for you, Winter. In my opinion, girl, that half shaved head is not working for you. It is not working for you. Like, I guess you want to be different, you want to be cool, you want to be whatever. But it's not working because it's making her look real like creeper looking or something. I don't know. She look weird to me, y'all. Y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know if y'all think Winter look weird. So anyway, Winter basically kind of backpedaled on what she said, and Ashley was like, holding her to the fire and saying like, yeah, if you're going to come from my marriage, you are going to be called a bitch, and that's what it is. And so, like I said, they agreed to disagree. I ain't finna dissect they fight, y'all. Winter and Ashley will never be each other's cup of tea, and that's what it is. And I kind of don't blame Ashley. Winter kind of, yeah. I feel like Winter definitely, after Ashley was getting into her, in the first couple episodes at that dinner table that Winter has wanted to get this girl back with Shade, and she just has never been able to get her back the way she wants to get her back, and that's what it is. And so that's where all of Winter's attitude comes from. She talk a good game in the confessional, but in person with Ashley, she don't really hold it like that. So anywho, that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So anyway, then we get down to this, Monique want to go see this white lady named Terry that's a healer. First of all, y'all reality shows, y'all gonna get enough of this going to these healers and stuff. Y'all gonna get enough of that. Shamans and all that foolishness. Y'all gonna get enough of that, okay? So anyway, they go down to the Himalayan salt crystals with Terry and them. So we got all the couples there. So Raina, Jamie, Quick, Ashley, and Monique and Chris. And so they all sitting down under blankets and stuff. And Terry was really looking at Jamie and saying like, oh yeah, I get a bulldog from you, and you I can see you standing over people you want to fight, and instead of you need to handle things in a different kind of way. Like whatever she was saying about Jamie was like spot on about him, but it was just like, okay, who told her? I mean, if we want to really believe it, she was on point about him being like a bully and standing over people, and he needs to like let that guard down, and when he gets insecure, he wants to fight and all that. I say insecure. So anyway, Uranus like she was talking right about Jamie Tyler right here. So anyway, then the healer got to Monique and Chris, and so then she said to Chris like, you need to, instead of, you need to live for yourself or through yourself instead of trying to live through Monique. You need to live for yourself, because something about like when you try to live through somebody else, and then it's going to lead to disappointment because you're not going to be what that person wants you to be. Something like that, she said. So anyway, then in the confessional, Chris went on to explain what he thought the healer meant about him needing to go ahead and pursue the coaching job and pursuing his own passions and stuff. And so then Monique was like, when Terry's saying, like, Monique, first of all, her body language in that moment when he went to explain it, she like went like she was she didn't even want him to speak in that moment, first of all. And Monique, I really liked your confessional look, but you had such a nasty attitude, I almost forgot, girl. Because first of all, your body language when Chris even spoke about what he thought the healer meant was all wrong. Then she went on to correct him and say, well, no, what she means is you need to da-da-da. It's not about, your career path and da-da-da. When she's saying something, you need to do da-da-da. And it means this and this. I'm like, how you gonna say what it mean, girl? Like, let him have his interpretation of what it mean. Like, Monique, you are beating this man down. It's so, like, uncomfortable and cringy to watch. Like, dang. Like, how come it couldn't have meant what he thought it meant? So then back in the Himalayan salts, they were about to say something, and then Terry's like, you know what, I want you guys to talk about it at home, because Terry's like, I ain't finna deal with the fuss of the fighting for them. Okay, so she didn't want Monique and Chris to go into what they need to talk about. She's like, I want you guys to talk about it and come to agree mutually whatever y'all think it means together at home, but she didn't want to deal with the fussing and fighting in her place. Okay, so then she went on to talk to Irena, and she's like, I see something about her spreading peanut butter on some bread. I'm like, girl, bye. And so she said something about Irena needing to be perfect, and Irena got really emotional and teared up there, and she felt like the healer was spot on. And she was like, yeah, even my mom would tell me you don't need makeup, but I would always feel like I leave the house with makeup on, and everything has to be perfect, and everything has to be this way. And the healer was like, yeah, it doesn't have to always be perfect. And so she really got teared up. And then I guess Jamie had kind of like tapped her, like, what you doing? Like, stop that crying. And so then in the confessional, although even the healer was like, you need to be more supporting her, like, in this moment. And so even Irena in the confessional was like, in the moment when I start crying, you're supposed to be like, hey, what's wrong? Give me a hug. What's going on? Are you okay? Nah, stop that crying. And I guess Jamie's like, caught me off guard. Jamie's just a tough man's man. And Lord, that's just how he is. But he could have been more emotionally supportive and available in that moment. If only men could, right? So anyway, I wish he would have hugged her, though. So then the Hitler move on with her foolishness to DJ Quick. And so she's like something about a 3rd grade, 9. And he said, oh yeah, that's the year his mom died. And so he's really like, wow. And then she said something about some other 9s, 3 9s. And so he said the other 9 is his dad died in 1999. I guess he started DJing when his mom died because his dad told him to get into DJ and to be a DJ. And then his family would say, you know, the dad shouldn't tell him to be a DJ, but he still decided to do it and prove everybody wrong. And he wishes his dad can see, you know, see that he's proving everybody wrong by that. And so Quick hasn't, you know, really let the emotions out about his parents passing and everything. And the Hitler said something about Ashley's waiting to bring out of whatever Quick needs to being brought out of him, however she said it. So basically Quick needs to like let his emotions go and deal with all his issues from his past and all that. So anyway, I don't believe in all that Hitler mess, but that's what the scene gave. So anyway, then this episode was cool, but it didn't give like too much. So it was some good gems though. Don't get me wrong. Some good gems in this episode. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. So the final scene after all the Hitler mess was really good and touching. Actually, that scene broke me down. When I first watched it Saturday night. So we see DJ Quick because he said, you know, going to the Hitler did make him think like, okay, I need to start trying to heal myself and work on this because he won't cry. I guess DJ Quick wasn't really much of a crier. His dad told him to be strong when his mom died and all that. His mom was died of cancer, actually. So him and his brothers go to the dad's graveside and they talk about, you know, would their dad be proud of them? They're like, oh yeah, you know. And DJ Quick is not the oldest, but his mom told him to look out for the other brothers. And they read the letter that the mom was writing to them when she was dying. Oh my God, as soon as he started reading that letter, I bawled out, y'all. I don't know what it is about that letter. It hit me in the wrong places, in the right places, but I bawled out when he started reading that letter. Like, I couldn't take it. I could not take it. That was such a sad moment. And they started tearing up. And so DJ Quick said he will spend more time with his brothers. He said he doesn't know what that would look like because, you know, already he doesn't have enough time with his family, and then he has to work, and his family's going to, of course, come before the brothers. Maybe they can come to the club with him more. He don't know, but he does want to spend more time with them. And they really had a good touching scene in that moment, good sentimental moment. I think they all needed to cry and release something in that moment. And I really hope DJ Quick continues this journey of healing and getting it together, because maybe that will help him want to work less. I think that DJing thing is definitely the escape, like Ashley said, to escape everything else, but is working himself to death, literally. So, and physically. So it's kind of crazy, this like weird cycle he's in. So I hope he really gets the help that he needs before it's too late. And yeah, so he could be there for Ashley and the kids. So yeah, that was a really good scene, them at the graveside. So next week we see Uranus about to be all up in Winter's face, okay? So anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think of this video. I'm about to go to bed because it's way past my bedtime, y'all. So I guess we'll do P-Valley tomorrow. All right, like, comment, share, and subscribe. See y'all soon. Bye.